I don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favors, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. So to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true.
We are now going to conduct a criminal investigation.
Go ahead. Where the you want me? Go ahead.
I want you to shut the up while we explain.
You know what? No, dude.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
Not very professional, is it? Why am I under arrest? For what? For what?
For being drunk.
Because you cannot approve on the you proved me over. Nothing. Is all I gotta say.
When a root,
I'll let him finish the direction in which the video is going, but I think I know where this is going.
teen DUI arrest takes a shockingly violent turn. It results in not only a brutal injury, but will spark criminal and internal investigations that will end one officer's career.
Can I judge a book by its cover? Is that okay? You don't mind if I judge a book? I'm going to judge. Even if you disapprove, I'm doing it. I'm just letting you know in advance so that you don't come with any misgivings. He looked like the kind that would lay hands on a woman for no damn reason. I'm not saying necessarily this may not have zero reasons, but you got to have more restraint. It seems like is that she was drunk, and he was impatient, very much impatient. And this looks like a case of, I can't stand hearing you no more. I already have mental issues and I'm going to take it out on you. That's my bet. I ain't seen it yet, but that's my going bet right now. Welcome to In Plain Sight.
The following is based on official police records, and the footage has never been seen before until now. Please note that all persons charged with a crime are presumed innocent unless and until proven guilty in a court of law. On December 6, 2024 at 10:38 p.m., the Ormond Beach Police Department responds to a traffic crash where a motorcycle carrying two people was struck by a vehicle.
I apologize. Okay. Sorry. I understand you're upset.
If you see my helmet, all I just saw was asphalt and I just hit the sidewalk. That lady's screaming at me. If you see under the car, she just poured her whole drink out. She is wasted.
Okay.
And I'm so pissed.
Okay.
Because she's like,
all right.
You stopped in front of, it was the red light.
Okay.
She just hit us at the red light and then screamed.
You were the passenger?
Yes.
Officer Melissa Edmonds pulls the driver of the motorcycle aside. Though she doesn't know it yet, this routine investigation will take a dark turn by the end of the night.
It was a red light, so I was coming slow.
Okay.
And I'm guessing she didn't see me because it's a motorcycle. And she just slammed me back and it threw my girl off. She was stunned, so she slammed her brakes right here and I pulled up right here. I'm surprised the back of the bike's not smashed. It hit me out. It stunned me so hard.
Despite this, neither the motorcyclist nor his girlfriend report any injuries.
That's amazing. That might be providential. Having just been through something akin to, you should be out of here. Be grateful, buddy. Be grateful.
Another responding officer approaches the driver of the vehicle, who has remained inside her car. Please note that the police department blurred her face in this initial footage. However, later, the redaction is removed.
I'm not sure what you're asking for right now, but
Just your license, registration, and proof of insurance. For the third time, your license, registration,
I'm trying to find it.
and proof of insurance.
Here, my license is in my wallet.
Okay, we'll start with that. Your license.
Where's my purse? I have no idea. This is my jacket.
I don't know, ma'am. I wasn't in your vehicle earlier. I'm not in control of your belongings.
Freaking out.
Though she doesn't find her wallet or ID, the woman identifies herself as 46-year-old Shauna McCree. Shauna had just left a Christmas party before the accident occurred.
I was going straight and this girl jumped right in front of me.
She jumped in front of you?
I couldn't stop, but no, I was going straight.
Was she traveling in front of you or did she turn in front of you?
I think she was traveling in front of me.
Okay.
It went very quick.
Okay, and you just hit the back of the motorcycle?
Yeah.
The officer gives Shauna more time to look through her belongings before he returns again.
Did you find your ID?
Yes.
Oh, wonderful. Did you find your insurance card?
Okay, I gotta give. If this is not the same officer, then quite the drastic change. However, right now he's being like a wonderful big brother that never abuses the siblings. That's what he's like right now. However, if it's the same guy, he might be schizophrenic. I don't know. But he's doing really good with her right now. But even I, who I can tell she's gone. Waste to the Ted. Wasted.
Like, I can't do that for you. I can't produce the that you want. This is all I got, dude.
Is that why you're crying?
No, because I'm crying because you want me to produce this that I cannot produce.
Okay. Not to cry. It's just
No, it's dude. Yes.
it's not a big deal. I'm just asking for your register.
Big deal. You want to laugh about it?
I'm not laughing at
You want to laugh about it, really? You think it's funny?
Don't get drunk, people. Listen. Alcohol and traffic stops are a toxic mix. Here's the thing. It's already a heightened state of emotions when you get pulled over. Whether you guys like to admit this or not, seeing them cherries and berries make you kind of go, oh, they make you pucker up a little bit, right? You don't know what exactly they're pulling you over for. And I'm not talking about rape, but it just, you don't know. You say, okay, I might get out of this with a warning, but I might get out of this with a $500 ticket. The gap is so huge. So add something that makes your emotions volatile to it, and you're asking for some trouble. Don't drink and drive. That's illegal already, but it's not smart either if you do get pulled over. Yeah.
Do you see me laughing?
I do see you laughing. I do.
The officers soon wrap up the crash portion of their investigation, sending the motorcyclist and his girlfriend on their way with a case number for the accident. They then turn their attention entirely to Shauna.
What the hell was that? Car breaking progress?
Absolutely. All right. Okay. All right. We're gonna step right over
Where
here.
would you like me?
Over there.
Okay. Right here.
On the sidewalk.
No, just on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk.
What are you doing?
I don't know. Where do you want me?
Right here on the sidewalk.
Are you arresting me or what?
For what?
Where do you want me?
Right here on the sidewalk.
On the sidewalk.
Okay, where?
Actually, better yet.
Where?
Hey, why don't you just
Where?
relax? Because you're being.
No, you guys are arresting me for the bullshit.
You gotta step over here.
Tell me what the done wrong.
Well, for first,
I'm about to.
you're gonna shut up for a minute while we explain something to you.
What?
Our traffic crash investigation is done. We are now conducting a
She
separate.
pulled right out in front of me.
Shut up. We are now going to conduct a criminal investigation
Go ahead,
for
step
DUI.
back.
Though Shauna has read her Miranda rights and agrees to the field sobriety test, actually completing the exercises will prove to be a challenge.
Not everybody handles their alcohol. Some get, like, she seems to be the kindest, and there are different kinds of drunk. There are some people that get drunk and they get silent and they just reflect. And then there are some people that become overly the life of the party. Shauna seems to be the kind of person that when she gets drunk, she sways between absolutely pissed off aggressive to can't function, emotionally unstable, sad. Those are the worst to me. I mean, because you can't reason, talk with them. It's pointless. And I think they're about to find out.
Just sit still.
No, where the you want me? Go ahead.
I want you to shut up while we explain.
You know what? No, dude.
Yeah,
that's
dude.
not very
I'm just
professional,
gonna explain
is
some
it?
things.
Okay.
I don't care.
It's not very professional, is it?
Talk
Well,
to you.
listen,
Ma'am.
she's gonna explain some
are
things to
you
you.
serious?
Yeah, I'm serious.
Out of his face.
Are you serious? With
Yeah, I'm
right
serious.
now?
Shut up and listen.
Stop talking.
Shut up
Dude,
and
Talk
listen.
to you.
Whatever. Go ahead.
Okay, so now we're doing what's called the changing of the hats. This is a criminal DUI investigation.
Okay, go ahead.
I am under the impression that you are severely under the
Go ahead.
influence of alcohol. Do
Okay,
you want to
go ahead.
participate in standard field sobriety
Yes, I will.
exercises? Okay.
Yes, I will.
In order to do that, you have to listen, you have to follow directions, and stop talking.
Okay, yes, I will.
Okay.
I'm totally ready for it.
To start, they have Shauna follow a stimulus with her eyes.
Something tells me she's totally not ready for it. Something tells me she's totally not ready for this. Call me pessimistic. You can say that. I'm pessimistic and I don't trust people, but I don't think she's ready for what's about to happen. I think she'll fail. This is one of those tests that even if it's an open book, she's not passing.
Before moving on to the next test, walking heel to toe and turning.
All right, when I tell you to start,
Mhm.
you're going to take 9 heel to
That
toe
sounds
steps.
fair.
take it back. I wasn't ready. I wasn't ready. She wasn't ready, but I wasn't either. I don't think they need to do any more tests. I think they're done. I think they've established enough that one test. She was I'm ready. I said she wasn't, but neither was I, man. Okay.
Fair, hold on. That's not fair.
Not fair.
Even after receiving a demonstration from Officer Edmonds, Shauna struggles with the exercise.
Like, I don't understand what you want me to do. Like, I'm here, and I see 1, 2, 3,
I just
4,
said I'm gonna
and you want me to go this way?
Go back
or
to the
what?
starting position.
Like, what do you
Tell you
want me to do?
Tell you what. Let's move
Like,
on to the next one.
honestly-
Clearly, she doesn't understand the instructions.
No, I don't understand what you want me to do.
They move on without Shauna finishing the second task, now asking her to stand on one foot.
1001.
1002.
Until I tell you to stop.
1003.
Do you understand the instructions?
10,004.
Do you want the instructions?
10,005.
Yes, no.
And then what do I do? What?
I'd say I'd move on to the next one. It's called the 1015. It's one of my favorites.
Agreed.
Wait, no, you're telling me to prove
At this time, put your hands behind your back.
Grab me.
Yep, you're being grabbed because you are
Why
under
am I being
arrest
grabbed? Why am I under arrest? For what?
for DUI with
For
a
what?
crash.
For what?
For being drunk.
I'm not drunk as No, I want to know why the guys pulled me over.
Nobody pulled you. See what happened. You said you hit the person. You know what? Never mind. Never mind.
Then you're going to get another charge for disorderly intox.
Why? Why? Because you guys
What you're
can't
doing now is
prove what
disorderly.
the prove me over?
Proved her over.
Wonderful.
What?
All right.
You're the assholes.
Let me borrow
I've
your
been
bike.
called worse.
I'm sure you have.
So you can stop trying to pull away here. You're walking a little faster than my pace.
You know what? You.
Wonderful.
You.
This is your car right here.
It's because you have no reason to take me down.
No.
No reason whatsoever.
Stand back here next to
For what?
47.
Tell me for what? Tell me for what?
I used to watch South Park a lot, like back in the day. And there was a scene where Randy Marsh would go to games, his kids' games, by the way, and pick fights with other fathers because the game, okay? And he would go to these games completely, absolutely wasted. One time he got arrested, and he's walking to the car with the handcuffs on, and his pants are down around his ankles. And all he was saying was this: "For what? For what? Well, I thought it was America. I thought, well, where would you arrest for what?" That's exactly how she sounds. She sounds like a drunk Randy Marsh right now. They were accurate. They were accurate.
For what? You have nothing. You have nothing on me.
Foot in the
You have nothing on me. You. What? What?
Though it takes a few attempts, they eventually get Shauna's foot inside the car.
There you.
Watch
Stop.
your face. She's a pleasant one.
Shannon's member of the beauty for BTO.
Okay.
It's almost like a demon.
Although he's only mentioned quickly, Officer Jacob Cannon, who's been asked to administer a DUI breath test for Shauna, will be central to the shocking turn this case will take. Just after midnight on the 7th, Shauna is brought into the Ormond Beach Police Department's holding facility, where Officer Edmonds is met by Officer Cannon.
Why am I being in here? Why? I want a reason on why. Why? Because you guys cannot protect me on why. Because you're nothing. Because you have nothing.
something to you.
Because you have nothing.
He has to read something to you.
No, because you have nothing against today. Because I've done nothing.
Something tells me that man has not had a good day already. Listen, not excusing it at all. His face is saying, I don't want to be here for no reason whatsoever. I'm done with the day, one, and he might even be done with the job. He don't look like he want to be around this crap at all. That's one. He also looked like he already have like temper problems. He just look at, just, again, I told you I was judging books by covers. We'll see if I'm right.
I got nothing. Okay.
What's your name?
My name is Shauna McCree.
Hi, Mr. Craig. I'm Officer
Hi. Hi.
You got what's called a breath test.
Okay, go ahead.
Put him in observation.
Go ahead. I was standing up for that. I'm not allowed to, alright? Because why? Because is that it? Because you guys control the.
You have to stay seated.
Okay, fine.
Are you going to be calling up to sit here?
Absolutely.
They inform Shauna that there will be a 20-minute observation period before the test will be conducted. After a few minutes of silence from Shauna, she tries something new to get the officer's attention. When this doesn't work, Shauna tries again.
You. Is all I gotta say. You.
Be careful what you ask for, because you just might get it. Okay? All right, cool.
Seriously, you. You're pathetic. And you should be ashamed of yourselves. Pathetic. Pathetic.
Sit down, please.
I don't have to sit down.
Sit down, please. Shanna, you gotta sit down.
No, you guys are pathetic.
Have a seat, please.
You guys are pathetic and you know it. You don't give a shit about normal people. You guys don't give a about anybody.
I'm gonna touch you. Please sit down.
You guys don't give a about anybody.
For now, Officer Cannon is able to ignore Shauna's outbursts, but the situation will soon escalate. For the next 10 minutes, she continues with almost no response from either officer.
And you guys know, like deep in your hearts, like you know it's up, but you are just not man enough to deal with it.
Finally, the observation period is over, and it's time for the breath test.
No, I'm talking to her.
Okay. If you want to, she can sit in here too. Like I said,
That's fine.
you want to have a seat right here. That's right there for me. Okay?
Yeah, that's fine. You're the
Okay. So again, this is a fresh breath piece, okay?
fine.
Shauna successfully completes one sample of the breath test. Police documents indicate that she has a blood alcohol content of 0.24,
Damn.
which is 3 times the legal limit.
Damn.
Though Shauna begins the second sample, she stops just before it can be completed.
I don't have to do this.
Well, you do if you
No,
don't.
I don't. No, I
Well,
don't.
refuse once.
No, I can go to jail, can I?
Officer Cannon attempts to explain to Shauna why she must complete another sample. However, this is the moment everything takes a shocking turn.
I wouldn't say shocking. Let's not underplay what we can see with our own 2 eyes. Shocking? No. Expected. Long overdue reaction, I will say. Unexpected? No. Mm-mm. Again, I'm not justifying what the officer is going to do. I am not. But the actions, you get what I'm saying? Okay, all right, cool. We can give that to other people, but somehow anyway, let's see what he actually does. Okay, let's see, because I might be like eating my words later, and I'll be happy. Sometimes I get hungry.
I have to pee, so I can't do anything without
Well, as
pee.
soon as you blow in here and make it right.
Yeah, I am blowing hard enough. I'm ready to pee. You don't have the access against me. You think you do, you don't. You don't. You think you have this against me, but you don't. Either you take me to go piss, or no, take
She sat down. Okay. I'm not going to necessarily eat my words. Might have been a little overkill. But please remember, hear me out. 3 times the limit alcohol driving could have killed 2 people. Just going to leave that on the table. Belligerent as hell, not complying. I got to keep it above board and a buck with you. Now, I probably would have said if the woman did it, y'all wouldn't probably have been mad, but he's a big dude and she's probably paperweight compared to what he can do. I'm thinking it looks worse than it is, but it may be worse than it actually looks. I don't know. I'm having a hard time sympathizing with her. Is that bad? Is that bad? I think it might be bad. I'll give it some more time. He just made me bleed. Yeah. Here's the thing, and I understand that you're not coherent, but you've been daring them to do this the whole time, and when it does, now they're deprived. You see my issue with drinking? Don't drink. This is why you don't drink. You invite things that you don't really want, and when it does happen that you invite it, you realize I didn't want this.
After Shauna was placed in the holding cell, Officer Cannon checks on the intoxilizer 8000 instrument, but doesn't attempt to provide Shauna with any medical assistance, despite her leaving a trail of blood from the room into the cell. Officer Edmonds is the one to call for medical aid. Though the footage is redacted, in the immediate aftermath of the incident, Officer Cannon can be heard calling his captain.
She jumped up and went to charge out of the room, so I went to place her down. She went to try to charge out of the room. So I went to, because she said she had a piss. So I went to grab her and she pulled away. And when I did, I tried to put her in the chair and she fell off the chair and smacked her head on the glass. Pulled the BTO machine onto the ground.
No, though. That's not what happened, though. You see, you didn't have to lie. You could have just said, I got tired of that bee and I just slammed her behind to the ground. I was done with her crap. I couldn't take it no more. She pissed me off. Y'all want to put me on administrative leave? Feel free to do so. I am not getting paid nearly enough to deal with this kind of crap. Nope, I'm good. You can fire me, whatever you got to do, but I'm done. I'm not making no excuses for what I grabbed her. I put her exactly where I thought she should be, on the floor. That's what I would have done. Again, probably because I'm too transparent. Maybe. Bam! Yeah.
Following the call, Officer Cannon also discusses the event with Officer Edmonds.
She's dragging blood everywhere. All I did was try to sit her back down in the chair.
Technically, he's not lying. Technically, he's not lying. That's exactly all he tried to do, was sit her back down in the chair. The method by which he did it, no, we don't need to discuss that. But technically, he's not lying. That's all he really tried to do. It didn't work. It tried.
So I told him, I was like, all he did was try to sit her back down, and she slipped and hit.
Yeah.
So the woman's in on it too. So that must mean they're both really freaking tired with her ass. Like they're done. Like both of them are like, what? Nope. She slipped. The ground is really slick, especially when you're drunk. Slipping's a problem in this jail. Don't worry about it.
She was trying to run out of the room.
Yeah.
So I went and grabbed her, and I didn't slam her. I didn't do anything.
No. I didn't see that part.
No. What? You were... Okay. Again, there's no need to cover it up. One, it's on camera. But look, two, if you're really just pissed off at the lady for doing the dumb shit, just say so. You don't gotta... I was rich, though. I didn't. No, y'all both did. You both saw what happened. Just stop.
EMTs soon arrive, and Officer Cannon once again explains what he claims
she should be called McCree. That's crazy.
Happened to Shauna. During this explanation, he also included her second fall when she was inside the holding cell.
Now, okay, I got to go back and look at that second fall because I don't think that was on him. Let's find out. Let's see.
EMTs soon arrive, and Officer Cannon once again explains what he claims happened to Shauna. During this explanation, he also included her second fall when she was inside the holding cell.
That one wasn't on him. He didn't push. He was holding her back, and that's the drunk in her right there. I'll give him that one. That one, that's a drunk fall.
Police documents state that once in the holding cell, Officer Cannon said that Shauna tried to come at him again, and he extended his arm and indicated that she ran into his hand. He described it as like a stiff arm. During a later interview, one of the EMTs described what Officer Cannon had told them about Shauna's second fall.
I know he said at some point she had advanced on him to where he said that he pushed her to distance themselves. And then from what he said, a fall occurred there.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's right.
Shauna was soon transported to the Halifax hospital. Following this incident, the intoxilizer 8000 instrument was out of service due to unknown damage, causing an operational failure. The incident was immediately referred to an external investigative entity, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement, which initiated a criminal investigation. An internal inquiry began as well. As part of the dual investigations, Shauna was interviewed. Officer Jacob Cannon declined to be interviewed, and during this time, he was suspended with pay. This was soon adjusted to a suspension without pay.
Do you have any recollection of being in that intoxilizer room?
Not to my knowledge, no.
Okay.
I was told by the nurses there that I had, for the police officers, that I had ran and fell into a table. And that's how I got my gash on my head.
As part of the investigations, Officer Edmonds was interviewed as well.
Was there like a lot of blood around her face and everything else, or no?
Her head was bleeding. Her hair was wet with blood.
According to police documents, Shauna received a serious bleeding laceration to her forehead from striking the metal frame around the glass wall of the breath test room. The medical team estimated that it was a 1.5 to 2 inch wound, and she received 7 sutures to close it. As well, she had swelling in her wrist. Police documents note that she'll have a large permanent scar. As part of the investigation, Shauna provided a medical bill of $25,424.80 for services she received while in police custody.
Did she do something that caused Officer Cannon to respond in that manner?
So I don't believe she was bowing, tensing up. At most, maybe she was with her torso maybe leaning forward, but not by much. I didn't feel like she was being threatened.
Shauna's actions in the room were examined, and it was determined she didn't lunge forward, kick, spit, or do any other active physical resistance prior to her injury.
Are you willing to pursue charges?
Yes.
It happened extremely fast.
She's pursuing charges, but you say you don't remember being in there. Anyway, cameras, I get it.
There was not a buildup. I had no preview that was about to happen. It happened literally in an instant.
The investigation also determined that Officer Cannon's actions were so abrupt and immediately violent that Officer Edmonds could not have been reasonably expected to intervene or prevent the excessive force from being applied. On January 31st, 2025, the Florida Department of Law Enforcement received an arrest warrant for Officer Cannon, charging him with felony battery.
Damn.
Just a few hours later, he submitted his resignation from the Ormond Beach Police Department. Just 37 minutes after that, Jacob Cannon arranged that he would surrender to the arrest warrant and the Volusia County Branch Jail and was taken into custody. Shauna pled guilty to the charge of DUI with damage to persons or property and was sentenced to 2 days in the Volusia County Jail.
Let me explain something to people here. 2 days. 3 times the legal limit. Three times legal limit. Resisting. Aggressive. Combative. The whole way through. The entire time. Refusing commands. 2 days. Okay. All right. Sure. All right, cool. Okay, let's go with that. 2 days.
With credit of 2 days served, 12 months of probation, and 50 hours of community service. She's also to refrain from drinking alcohol, and her driver's license is suspended for 6 months. According to court records, Jacob Cannon eventually pled guilty to the felony battery charge. He was sentenced to 6 months in jail.
2 days, 6 months. I don't know, man. I think the system entirely just needs to be tossed. Just toss it out. Just toss it out, man. It's this pointless. At this point, it makes no sense.
With credit of 11 days served and 2 years of probation. If you'd like to see select new videos early and help us keep uncovering case files that rarely come to light, you'll find extra footage and unseen details on our Patreon. Channel memberships here on YouTube.
That to me, that is some wild stuff, bro. That's wild. So let me get this right. What it sounds like is they went easy on her because of her injury. That's what it sounds like. I will guarantee you this. She seems like the kind of person that does this drinking on a regular basis. This is no a one-off. This is not one-off. We're going to hear about her again in a drinking episode. And it may not end up as non-casualty as this one. Damn. Anyway, y'all might totally disagree with me on this one, but you never know. Let me know what you think. Who's in the wrong, right? Do you think the punishment is excessive enough for the cop and for her? Not enough for her, not enough for the cop? You let me know. I'm real curious about that. Like, you wouldn't believe how curious I am. I look forward to your comments on this one.
One wrong move turn the present into the past. I don't ride for nobody, no badge, no crew. Truth don't play favors, it just come through. I don't take sides, I take time and review. So to put it, let the context break through. If you clean, that stamp stay true. If you foul, that show up too. No miss, no spin, no cover up hype. Everything judge in plain sight.